Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Tada Kenya and my good name is Christine Were. We have an interesting topic ahead of you, so don't touch that dial. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back again to our YouTube channel. If you're new to our YouTube channel, kindly like, subscribe, share and comment down below. Before I introduce today's topic, I'm gonna let my beautiful colleagues introduce themselves.
My name is Lydia and welcome to our program. Feel free and enjoy together with us.
My name is Celestina Buto. Feel free and enjoy with us while we are going to discuss a very critical topic. Thank you.
Yeah. So today's topic we are going to discuss if we and also if you think that sexual education should be included as a core subject in our education system. So, do you guys think it should be included? If it's a yes, if it's a no, give us your answer and your reason.
Of course, we think it should be included. We feel sexual education especially to primary schools where adolescence starts, we need to introduce this topic of sexual education so that they start learning more from the beginning and it will help them in the future. Maybe Christine has something to say.
It should be introduced in primary schools because at that stage of adolescent stage, where it starts from 9 to 18 years, you find some children started developing a new stages, developing a new stages in their body, that is puberty stage, where girls start developing some new changes like broadening of breast in their chest, as boys growing on some hair and their private parts.
The girls realize they have hips, they have breasts, they have pimples. They realize they are looking more beautiful than the way they are in their childhood. This is a very, very, very sensitive stage. And if you don't discuss about sex at this stage, then a lot of things that have been happening will still continue happening, and the child will not even know when and how is it appropriate to start sex.
And at that stage, we want to advise parents and also teachers to feel free to discuss and be open to their children. Whatever the child will ask you, feel free and call a spade. Not that you want to tell your child that is bad for you, that is you can't know anything about that. You call a spade to a child so that the child can know whatever he or she is doing is bad or it's good.
Yeah, I also think that apart from relying on the school or rather relying on teachers to give this education to our children or rather to our adolescents and teenagers, parents are also primary educators to our children.
Yes.
And you find that as soon as a girl starts having their first menses, the parent knows that this child is now, if you start having your menses, you're at very high chances of reproducing and bearing kids. So I feel like this is the right chance for parents to have a sit down with their children and tell them, this is what you're going through right now, this is what happens if you do this, and this is what happens if you don't do that. Parents think that, my baby is still a baby. If I start telling her these things, it's like I will have given her the go ahead to do these things. But it's not really the case, because you find that if you choose to ignore a lot of these things, your child or even you yourself will end up having lifelong regrets. Yeah.
We are also encouraging the government and the churches and the community at large to embrace the comprehensive sexual education, because we find that most of the churches do not accept the children to be told about sex. And social media has made it open. They know more about sex through the televisions, through the internet, because we realize with the emerging trends ahead, our children are also digital. So if we introduce them to this sexual education, they get to learn more about sex at their early age, and they know the repercussions. They know what are the positive effects of sex and negative effects of sex, and when is it appropriate for a child to start indulging in sex. Let us encourage the government to put more teaching institutions that can allow training courses in teachers, and also outside to facilitate, offer facilitation to those outsiders and the stakeholders to learn more about sex. Celestine has more to add on it.
Also, under adolescent stage, we want also the government or the parents and teachers that any person at adolescent stage, be it a boy or a girl, should not be discriminated, but should have a life skill, should be given a life skill future
Yeah,
in
I
the
also
society or in the community.
Yeah, I also think that if you start having early comprehensive sexual education, it delays the unhealthy initiation of sexual activities
Yes.
among our adolescents. And then also it provides more information about HIV, STIs, teen pregnancies, and you'll find that a lot of cases where adolescents engage in sexual behavior reduces in our community.
And the child will be in a position to know, as I said earlier, that the child will be in a position to know when to start this sex because he's already equipped, he's already educated. And when we are looking for caregivers of this sexual education, we need to look for the appropriate teachers who are honest and willing to implement.
And open-minded
And
as well.
open-minded as well.
Yeah, I also think that it's important for our teachers and even parents and community stakeholders to be taken through capacity buildings and trainings and given the right information for them to go and give this information also to our adolescents and our teenagers in school. Because we find that if they are given the go-ahead to do this, there are people, like you mentioned, people who are honest and people who are open-minded.
Yes.
You find that there are people who use this opportunity to take advantage of the adolescents. and
They
teenagers.
molest them,
Yeah.
they rape them in a way of providing sex education which is not honest. So we still advocate, we still urge the government to include sex education in the curriculum of the education system so that those children really know more about sex and they learn into details about sex. Even the parents. We know most of the communities do not advocate, do not talk so much about sex because of their ethnic background, because of the ignorance. But we encourage that they are desensitized and there be a lot of sexual education awareness so that they know the importance really of bringing education, sex education into the system.
We also, the teachers, the parents, and also the church leaders and the stakeholders should commit a commitment with the young adults or young boys so that they should know the good future of them in the society.
Yes, I think that's all we have. Unless you may have something to add.
We just encourage our viewers, dear viewers, join us in campaigning for this sexual education into our education system so that we work together and make these youths, adolescents, a greater team of tomorrow leaders.
Celestine, you have something?
No, thank you.
Before we close, I feel like comprehensive sexual education also reinforces positive values like social values, appreciating our bodies more, so that you don't get that a girl has been told unaka smart by someone older and they unajaza kichwa and they feel like this man now. I mean,
I concur with Christine on that because somebody can comment on your body and that person has an ill motive.
Yeah. So that's it from our end. If you feel like we've left something out or if you have something to add, kindly tell us below down in the comment section. Thank you and goodbye.
And welcome again. Bye.